Every man wants to connect deeply, to feel that spark, to create intimacy that's real, raw, and unshakable. But let's be honest, most guys fumble when it comes to building that bond. They chase the physical rush or lean on cliches thinking that's enough. It's not. Intimacy isn't just about touch or sweet words. It's about presence, power, control over yourself. It's about mastering your mind and emotions so you can lead her to a connection she's never felt before. Welcome to the Stoic Sensei. I'm on your side here. I know you want to be the man who leaves a mark, not just in her heart, but in her soul. Today we're diving into 5 secret Stoic positions, not just for the bedroom, but for your entire approach to intimacy. These are rooted in Stoic wisdom, designed to make you magnetic, grounded, and unforgettable. Let's uncover how to master intimacy like a true Stoic. First, understand what intimacy really is. It's not a race to the finish line. It's not about proving something. Intimacy is vulnerability wrapped in strength. It's about being so in control of yourself that she feels safe to let go. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius taught us to master our inner world. That's where it starts. If your mind is scattered, if you're anxious or desperate, she'll feel it. She'll pull back. But when you're calm, centered, and deliberate, that's when she opens up. That's when the real connection begins. The first Stoic position is the anchor. This is about being her rock, not just physically, but emotionally. Before you even touch her, you need to ground yourself. Picture this, you're with her, the moment is heating up. Most guys get lost in the heat. They rush, they lose focus. Not you. You pause, you breathe. You lock eyes with her and hold that gaze. Let her feel your calm, your strength, your control. This isn't about flexing muscles, it's about flexing discipline. Stoics believed in facing every moment with clarity. Apply that here. Be present. If your mind is racing about what to do next, or if you're good enough, you're already losing. Instead, focus on her. Notice her breath, her eyes, the way she moves. Let her feel seen. That's the anchor. That's what makes her trust you. When she trusts you, intimacy becomes effortless. The second position is the mirror. Stoics teach us to reflect on ourselves, to know our strengths and flaws. In intimacy, this means reflecting her energy back to her. Most men make the mistake of leading with their own desires. They push their pace, their rhythm. That's selfish. Instead, match her. If she's slow and soft, you're slow and soft. If she's intense, you meet that fire. This isn't about copying her. It's about understanding her. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason." Listen more than you speak. In intimacy, listen with your body. Feel her cues. Respond to them. When you mirror her energy, you're telling her, "I see you. I'm with you." That builds a connection deeper than words. It's like a dance where you're both in sync. And when she feels that sync, she'll crave you, not just in the moment, but long after. The third position is the fortress. Stoicism is about building an inner citadel, a place no external chaos can touch. In intimacy, your fortress is your self-control. This is where most guys crumble. They let lust or insecurity take over. They lose their frame. You won't. The fortress means you stay composed no matter how intense things get. Let's say she's testing you, maybe she pulls back or teases you. Most guys react. They get clingy or frustrated. You don't. You stay calm. You smile. You keep your cool. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about showing her that nothing shakes you, that you're a man who owns his desires, not a slave to them. When she sees that, she respects you. And respect is the foundation of desire. Build that fortress and she'll want to storm it. The fourth position is the guide. Stoics lead by example. Seneca wrote about living with purpose, guiding others through action, not just words. In intimacy, you're the guide. You set the tone. You create the space. This doesn't mean being bossy or controlling. It means being confident enough to lead her into vulnerability. Let's break it down. You're close to her, maybe things are getting heated. Instead of rushing, you slow it down. You whisper something real. Tell her what you see in her. Not generic compliments, but something specific. Maybe it's the way her eyes light up when she laughs, or the strength she doesn't even know she has. Then guide her physically. Move deliberately. Place her hand where you want it. Adjust her gently. Show her you're in control, not because you need to dominate, but because you want her to feel safe. When you guide like this, you're not just creating intimacy, you're creating trust. And trust is what turns a moment into a memory. The fifth position is the sage. Stoics value wisdom above all. In intimacy, the sage is about knowing when to act and when to pause. It's about reading the moment. Sometimes she doesn't need passion, she needs comfort. Sometimes she doesn't need words, she needs silence. The sage knows the difference. This comes from practice, from paying attention, from learning her like a book you'll never stop reading. Let's say you're in a quiet moment after the heat. Most guys check out. They roll over or grab their phone, not you. You stay present. You hold her. You listen if she talks. You don't force anything. You let the moment breathe. That's wisdom. That's what makes her feel valued. And when she feels valued, she'll give you everything. These 5 positions, anchor, mirror, fortress, guide, sage, aren't just tactics. They're a mindset. They're about becoming a man who's so in control of himself that intimacy becomes natural. You don't need tricks or lines. You need presence. You need discipline. You need stoicism. Let's talk about why this works. Women crave men who are different. Not flashy different, not loud different, but quietly powerful. A man who's calm in the storm. A man who doesn't need her validation but chooses to give her his attention. That's rare. That's magnetic. When you embody these stoic positions, you're not just building intimacy. You're building a legacy, a reputation, a presence that lingers. Now let's get practical. How do you start? First, work on yourself. Stoicism starts with self-mastery. Meditate daily, even 5 minutes. Clear your mind. Build that inner calm. Second, practice presence. Next time you're with her, don't think about the next move. Just be there. Notice everything. Her scent, her voice, the way her hair falls. Third, train your discipline. If you feel the urge to rush or react, don't. Pause. Breathe. Choose your move. Fourth, learn her. Ask questions. Not just about her day, but about her dreams, her fears, what makes her feel alive. Fifth, reflect. After every moment of intimacy, ask yourself what worked, what didn't. How can you be better? That's the Stoic way. Always improving, always growing. Here's the truth. Intimacy isn't about perfection. It's about connection. You don't need to be flawless. You need to be real. You need to show up as a man who's in control of himself, a man who's not afraid to lead, a man who's not shaken by her tests or her silences. When you do that, you're not just mastering intimacy, you're mastering yourself. And that's the ultimate Stoic victory. Let's talk about the mistakes to avoid. Don't rush. Rushing screams insecurity. It says you're afraid the moment will slip away. Slow down. Savor it. Don't overthink. If you're stuck in your head, you're not with her. Let go of the what-ifs. Don't be needy. Clinging kills desire. Give her space to come to you. Don't fake it. Women can smell inauthenticity. Be honest. Be raw. Be you. And don't compare. This isn't about being better than her ex or some guy she knows. It's about being the best version of yourself. That's enough. That's more than enough. Now let's address the deeper why. Why does this matter? Because intimacy is where you're tested. It's where your strength, your discipline, your character are laid bare. Anyone can talk a big game. Anyone can post a flex on social media. But in those quiet moments when it's just you and her, that's when the truth comes out. That's when she sees who you really are. And if you're a Stoic, if you've built that inner fortress, if you've mastered these positions, she'll see a man worth keeping. A man worth fighting for. A man she'll never forget. Here's a final thought before we wrap up. Intimacy is a skill. Like lifting weights or learning a craft. You don't master it overnight. You build it. You refine it. You fail sometimes. And that's okay. Every Stoic knows failure is just feedback. Use it. Learn from it. Come back stronger. The man who keeps showing up, keeps growing, keeps mastering himself. That's the man who wins, not just in intimacy, but in life. As a favor to yourself and to me, share this with a friend who needs it, a brother who's struggling to connect, a guy who's chasing instead of leading. Help him find his stoic strength. Subscribe if you're ready to stop playing games and start building real intimacy. Stay sharp. Stay stoic. Stay magnetic. The moment you master yourself is the moment you master her heart.